What is the meaning of L? Webster's Third New International Dictionary, unabridged, under L says, from Helen, to conceal. The word L thus originally conveyed no thought of heat or torment, but simply of a covered over or concealed place. In the Old English dialect, the expression helling potatoes meant not to roast them, but to simply place the potatoes in the ground or in a cellar. The Greek word Hades, which is also translated El, means the unseen place, not to be looked upon. Another word that is translated El is the Hebrew word Sheol, meaning to ask or request. It is the common grave of mankind, gravedom, not an individual burial place, nor an individual tomb. Hades and Sheol are an equivalent expression. It is just the Greek translation of the Hebrew word. Sheol, the grave, which is, as it were, always asking or craving more. This would indicate that Sheol is both a place and a condition that asks for or demands all without distinctions, as it receives the dead of mankind within it. Genesis chapter 37 verse 35, Proverbs chapter 30 verse 15 and 16. Also, as a condition, El would symbolize consuming desires. So hell is not a literal place of fiery torment. Suffering Job prayed to go there. Job chapter 14 and verse 13. It is a place of inactivity. Psalm chapter 6 and verse 5. Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 10. Isaiah chapter 38 and verse 18 and 19. Jesus was raised from the grave from hell. Acts chapter 2 and verse 27 and verse 31 and verse 32. It is quoting Psalm chapter 16 and verse 10. El will deliver up other dead to be destroyed. Revelation chapter 20 and verse 13 and 14. Fire is a symbol of annihilation. Cutting off in death is symbolized by fire. Matthew chapter 25 and verse 41 46. The unrepentant wicked will be destroyed forever by fire. Hebrews chapter 10 and verse 26 and 27. One does not have to die in order to go to hell, any more than one has to die to go to heaven. Both are states of mind and conditions which people experience as a direct outworking of their thoughts, beliefs, words, and actions. If one's mental processes are out of harmony with the law of God, they result in trouble and sorrow. Mental as well as bodily anguish overtakes one, that is hell. Hell is our separation from God's love, which leads us to reason judgmentally and in turn live barren lives. Hell is the fire that burns in our consciousness, the fire of despair because of our separation from God. The fire also symbolizes consuming desires and ignorance of God. In effect, for Paul, hell is living in the thinking of the flesh. Our judgmental reasoning separates us from God and the understanding that we have fellowship with our Heavenly Father.